So War Within is on early access for today, and I'm currently going to be waiting for it. Now, I'm doing this video ahead of time. However, I want to go over my plan for War Within when it comes towards everything, because my one's kind of slightly a little bit different, but we'll talk about gold making and also updates towards everything in this video overall. First and foremost, I'm going to log out of my characters and I'll show you what I mean. This is my character setup. I've got one to my other 𝐆𝐀𝐿𝐿 from Cortana to 𝐆𝐿𝐿 right here. This is my profession characters all in line. We have my herbalism and miner. She's also my cook and also my fishing character. We have my tailor and enchanter 𝐆𝐿𝐿𝐝. We also then have my leather worker and skinner, as well as my scribe and alchemist, my blacksmith Nyros, and also 𝐆𝐿𝐿𝐝, who is my engineer and jewel crafter. All of my professions are pretty much covered when it comes towards everything, and I'm all pretty much set for making gold with this expansion. Now, my plan is pretty dang simple when it comes towards everything else, is get all of those characters that I've just gone over to max level as fast as humanly possible. Mainly due in part that I prefer the gold making side of the game, not really much the leveling side, so I will play through the story properly with Cortana, enjoy the story. However, after that is all said and done, I will then be beelining it with all of my other characters to max level, leveling up their professions towards max, which I have already done with Worth It guides, and I have all of the profession guides at the ready for anyone to use, so you're more than welcome to use Worth It guides. You can update that and use all of the War Within profession leveling. That's another reason why I was so fast on just making sure those guides were in the game, so I can then level my professions without having to look at websites or anything. I just do what it says and I'll to my max levels. My next stage after I've leveled all of those characters, got all their professions up, is then starting my daily crafts, and that will be updating my TSM profile, which I'll then subsequently update onto my Patreon because it is available on my Patreon. But that in general, for my gold making, I will be updating my TSM for literally gold making in War Within with all of my professions maxed out. That's why I'm going with all of my leveling, all of my professions, then updating my TSM profile, then restructuring my gold making routine to focus mainly on crafting at the beginning of the expansion, because that's usually generally pretty heavy. So I've pulled in a load of gold to actually invest into all of the crafted stuff, so not to worry in that sense. And then it will come over towards the software in which I develop, and also Callan develops as well, and Jin does data sourcing. Now, that being said, in regards to this, me and Jin have been working in tandem when it comes towards making routes, making sure the add-ons are updated and everything. So with Worth It, it's all set up, ready, thank you Callan, for War Within farms to be added towards Worth It, and it will be updated as soon as humanly possible. We'll mainly be covering quite a load of them, so let's go over towards the Goldmakers data sheet. And the Goldmakers data set is for anyone to look at, so even when we haven't updated the add-on, you can come towards the Goldmakers data sheet. That is always on the Discord for anyone to grab a hold of. All of our exports for gold farming will be in these certain sections. For farming, there'll be 5-man farms. We've got the Isle of Dawn herbalism, mining, multi-farm and fishing, and that'll be for every subsequent zone. That will be updated as well as cloth farms, and also all the skinning farms will be there for everyone to import and use and gather up at least an hour's worth of data for each. However, if more can be done, then it will be done, because that finds a better average, and those updates will come out pretty dang fast at the beginning of the expansion once all of those professions are maxed out and ready to actually be solved. That being said, I'm going to ask a favor right now, and that is, if you want to give a hand with updating Worth It with all of the data sets. Now, I know a load of you have been doing that when it comes towards War Within. I'm going to ask, Could I have a hand at least farming one of those farms just to get that data out even faster? That would be really handy. We'll provide you with all the routes and everything that we found that are most optimal for farming up in those general zones, and then we can find a good gold per hour for everyone to actually use worth it and see what is valuable on your server for everything else. That being said, alongside that, I will be doing more live streams on release of War Within, so you'll be prepared for that as well. So once early access has finished and the actual full release has happened, I'll be doing a lot more streams from the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and just keep trying to do as many streams as possible to try and do group farms, getting things in order, and we can just solely focus on gold making within War Within. And that's one thing I really love, is gold making and updating the add-ons. Any other different types of things when it comes towards Worth It guides, I'll be updating with loads of different types of guides. But if you want to make a guide, I've actually added a few things onto the Discord, but you can always just write it up in a TXT with a image or whatever you want to do, and then I'll implement that into the add-on as well, and it will be a rolling update. With all of these add-ons, I will be doing rolling updates because that's just the most easiest and most effective way of doing it. Instead of one bulk update, I'm just going to keep updating it as and when the data comes in. Implement, done, implement, done, and just keep iterating until we've covered all of those gold farms. So once the data comes in, I update it on to CurseForge for Worth It and Worth It guides, and just keep on getting that updated, trying to get the information to you guys in general. And that's why I want to do more of the live streams, and if anything pops out and stands out when it comes towards any of the gold making, especially when it comes towards anyone else delivering data and all that stuff, I will be, number one, giving credit where credit's due, but also I will be talking about any of the good gold farms that are coming out as well. I'll be doing quick videos on that, so quick, sharp videos, no stupid editing or nothing. This is what it is at this moment in time, go do it. But alongside that, trying to do those streams with everyone else. So there's quite a lot to juggle at this moment in time when it comes towards War Within. Obviously, I did say at the beginning of the video, my plan's a little bit different than most other people's because I've got to update the add-ons and get all the data and all that stuff. And this is generally what happens at the beginning of every expansion when it comes towards Worth It and everything. So this is one of the most fun times of the year because it's like controlled chaos, and I love it. And yeah, that's one thing that does make me happy and everything to that effect. So be prepared for more updates, more rolling updates and everything to that effect, especially Patreons. You guys will be just getting hammered with information as and when it comes in and everything to that effect. So be prepared for that, guys. But alongside that, I've also got to bear in mind that my wedding is on the 14th of September, so I will have to take a break for that week, which will start on the 9th. So from the 9th past the 14th, which is my wedding day and all that stuff, I will have to take a break, but I will make sure all of that information is there for you guys before everything else, and before I have to take that break for my wedding, because that needs to take priority in that sense. So I need to just get that across as well. On the 9th, my holiday week starts, and by the time I see you guys again with a stream or any more updates after that effect, I will be married. So yeah, I've got a lot to juggle in the next 3 weeks, so I'm like, ah. So any help with data collection or anything to that effect, please, I need some help. But alongside that, have an awesome one, and I shall see you in the Discord or just in general gold making, or even join the guild. Take it easy, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.